Hello, welcome everybody, welcome. I'm gonna say this, basically happy Tuesday of July 9th of 2024. This is a very good reading about how it is. Basically, it's gonna be very interesting of how it goes, and I hope that you provide this reading. Basically, it seems to me that if you like this reading, give it a like, give it a comment, and understand how it is, because basically we're going to figure out what's going on through the energies, and we're going to I'm going to see how it goes and understand how it seems to be. So understand about how this reading goes, give it a like, give it a comment, and that's how it seems to be, right? Because this is the way it goes, and this is an opportunity about how it is. So give it a like, give it a comment, and enjoy, because this is just how it seems to be, right? So I know that if you're interested about this video, and this is how it is, who knows? I might be talking to a Taurus watcher, I might not, but it all depends on how it seems to be, you know? Basically, it's very interesting about how it is in one way or another, and it seems to be very, acknowledgeable of how it goes, right? So we can see that as one way, and I can see it the other way, and there's an opportunity for everything, and it's just how it seems to be, because we need to understand for about our strengths, our weaknesses, to understand about how our abilities from our right and wrong, and it seems to be good, but it seems to be interesting. So I'm going to do a Celtic cross as a reading, and you will see eventually in a minute. But the way of how it goes, because a Celtic cross is a different reading that I'm going to impose, and you will see the oracle cards as well in a minute. But this is how it seems to be. So we understand, we acknowledge it, and we see of how it goes, because in one way or another this is kind of be very interesting, very neutral in how it goes, right? Because we need to understand that this is just the way it seems to be. And the further ado, without any question, I'm going to see what's going on, and it's just how it is, because in one way or another everything kind of shifted, and I want to know what's going on, and this is how it seems to be. So I know for a fact that this is how it is, and this is what's going on. But let's get started. Alright, so the ability of this reading, you have the Hangman that's upright for restrictions. The 10 Pentacles is reversed, followed by the Page of Wands is reversed. And you have the Emperor that's reversed. The Emperor means that you have no structure. Well, you have structure, but you don't have structure. What I mean is that you don't have it. Okay? And by that result, that's how it seems to be. So I'm going to clarify the cards. And what I'm going to clarify is what's going on, because I want to see it as a different way. And knowing from my strengths and weaknesses of how it goes, this is how it seems to be, right? Because readings do change, and it kind of comes and goes, right? Because this is a logic explanation of how it seems to be, right? Because it's an opportunity to understand that, and it's the way of how it goes. It's like an outcome, right? And it's between a failure, some kind of way of how it kind of, persists on some way and somehow, okay? So I'm going to clarify of how it goes. So I'm going to clarify this Hangman, because I'm going to clarify between basically from the left side over here to the right side over here. So I'm going to clarify. So I'm going to clarify the left side. So I'm going to clarify that, okay, so the Four of Swords is reversed, followed by the Three of Wands is upright. Okay, so Three of Wands is like communication. So you could be dealing with another Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. On the other side, let's see about this Hangman. The Strength card is reversed. Okay. And you have the Five of Swords reversed, means that you have no conflict. Now, it seems to be very irresistible of how it goes. I did say about you have no strength left, which means, you have your own weaknesses. And, it's very pathetic about having that, right? Because you're not getting along. You're not having that, way of how it is. It's kind of like a disaster waiting for happening, waiting to happen. And it's like, that's how it is. But I'm going to clarify again with the Ten of Pentacles. I'm going to clarify that. So we have the Magician is upright, and the Eight of Cups is upright. So you could be basically, this could be Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. So you could be dealing with another water signs. The Magician means that you have the ability to understand that, yes, you're not being a magician, but you are basically knowing about what's going on, like what the universe is saying, and the ability to know from your strengths and your weaknesses of how it is. I'm going to clarify the Page of Wands. The Page of Cups is reversed, followed by the Hierophant is reversed. Yeah, because there's no healing. It's the way of how it goes. There's no healing. Because in one way or another, there's ability to understand about how it goes, right? And you think that, okay, everything's fine, everything's dandy, whatnot. But then you decide about, well, this is not good, and there are things that you're trying to remember and trying to discover, and it's persisting on how it is, right? Because everything is like a silver lining, and what that means is that where you have a silver lining, you don't know which direction you're going to take, left or right, and that's why you have restrictions. And when you have restrictions, you want to know, right? You know how it is, right? You have to have a balance, right? Because you have your own balance behavior and what have you. So I'm going to clarify again. Basically, I'm going to clarify what's going on of how it is, because I'm still going to clarify. I'm going to clarify the right side of over here. So I'm going to clarify. I'm going to clarify the Strength and the Page of Cups. So you have basically the Seven of Swords reverses deceit. There's nothing about having the deceit and what's going on. What's up between the Five of Swords and the Hierophant? The Three of Wands reversed because there's no communication. So, when you have the Three of Wands over here, you have communication on the left side. On the right side, there's no communication. Do you see the difference? Now, that's a question to all my viewers, okay? Now, the answer I'm going to give it to you is that, well, there is communication. So you could be having communications with Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, and Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. Over here, you have no communication whatsoever, and it seems to be very odd because of this situation. So I'm going to clarify the Four of Swords and Magician. The Two of Swords is upright, means you don't know which direction you're going to take, left or right. I just said that, okay? It's funny because I said that earlier and now it shows up, okay? The Two of Swords, because you don't know which direction you're going to take, left or right. So there are things that you're trying to remember and trying to, outperform your own position. Now, the thing is about the deceit and no communication, this is how it's going to be beginning. So I'm going to not shuffle again, but I want to see what right side is, because I'm going to clarify again. I'm going to clarify this, the Seven of Swords. The Death card that's reversed because there's no release, there's no endings. The Three of Wands. The Justice is upright because there's that way about telling the truth. So there is telling the truth, right? That's how it is, right? Now, what about this Death card is? The Hierophant is upright because there's guidance. Now, the Hierophant is guidance. Now, the other Hierophant that you had on this side, basically, if I took these cards away, yeah, the Hierophant here, okay, you have no guidance here. But when you have the Hierophant it's upright here, you have guidance. Do you see the difference here? Yes, you do. So you see that as it is, right? Because there is no way of knowing what to do. Now, the Three of Wands and the Eight of Cups, I'm going to clarify that. The Queen of Pentacles is upright because there's stability, right? So you have the stability. You don't know which direction you're going to take, left or right. But this could be, like, you could be dealing with another Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So you can see a difference here, right? You can see a difference. But what's the opposite between this card, please, of the Two of Swords? The Four of Cups is upright because there's distraction. So this is the whole entire play, okay? This is a play-by-play situation. Basically, while you have, which direction you're going to take, left or right. Well, the ability is that you have the stability and distraction. Someone's like distracting you. Okay? Someone's distracting you which direction you're going to take, left or right. Now, in that note, while you're feeling that, you're feeling like having restrictions. Okay? You're having that ability. On your right side, you have deceit, release, and the Hierophant is upright because there is guidance. Right? Because you're following of who it is. Then you have no conflict, right? You're not gonna have any conflict. But then you have no communication. But then you're telling the truth. So you see the difference, right? You see the difference. So I can understand about how it kind of remains in this whole entire reading that I'm doing. Kind of interesting though, because this is just the reading that I'm doing. I hope that you all like this reading. But I'm going to clarify again. I'm going to clarify the Five of Swords. The Page of Swords is upright because there's education. So you have guidance, education, telling the truth, right? So you have the truth. Then you have over here on your left side, you have stability, distraction. Two of Swords, you know which direction you're going to take, left or right, but you're deciding about that. Now the Hangman, I'm going to clarify that. The Knight of Cups is upright because there's romance. So you see the difference, right? You see how it is, right? Because, you would say to me, saying, like, how in the world that Zoe Alice got this? Well, let me explain. There are two things you must learn. First off is, like, you don't know which direction you're going to take, left or right. But when you have the Four of Cups and you have the distraction, someone is distracting you, okay? Someone is distracting you. You don't know which direction you're going to take. But you have the stability because you know exactly how it is, right? Now, in the middle, you have romance. So you could maybe have a distraction about having romance. Maybe that could be a distraction for you. But then on the right side, you have the guidance, the education, and telling the truth. That's a good concept. Now, do you see a difference there? Yes, you do. So in this reading, this is just how it seems to be. This is just how it is. This is not like a bilingual situation. This is not how it is. This is the way of how it goes. Because in that note, I'll say this, is that who, what, where, when, why, and sometimes how in that situation. Because you need to understand that. So, I'm going to read you about the oracle cards. Then I'm going to roll the dice about if it's the months and how that is. And then it's going to be the end of this reading. So, you have to understand, you have to improvise about how this reading is going to go. It's the way of thinking to your own self to understand this. I'm not telling you what to do, I'm telling you what the cards are saying. Because you have to know your limit, and you have to have your own basic set of rules, and you have to believe in yourself. Seeing is believing, believing is seeing. That's all you can do. But you have to get along. You have to be in the whole entire process to do that, because it's the way of knowing what to do. This is not, basically, this is like a life skill. Yes, it is. But this is just how it is. Like I'm not playing games. It's not. This reading is not a game. Nothing. But you have to pay attention to it. It's the way of knowing. It's the way of how it goes. It's the way of, having a big lecture to understand that, right? It's the way of opportunity. Because that's how it goes. Okay? So I'm going to clarify again. And what I'm going to clarify, I'm going to see what the universe is going to say. And I'll put it at the bottom here, because I'm going to clarify this structure card, this Emperor card. So I'm going to put 3 cards here, and basically 1 card here. So we have the Page of Wands is upright. Oh wow, okay. We have the Page of Pentacles reversed because there's no prospects. So you have the Knight, the King of Wands reversed because there's no passion. But the Ace of Wands is up. Ace of Swords is upright good because there's understanding. Okay, this is how it is. We'll clarify the guidance and the truth. Eight of Swords reversed because there's no anxiety. Nine of Pentacles reversed because, but the Sun is upright because there's positivity. So basically, you could be dealing with another Leo. So there could be signs where there's lots of 12 zodiac signs in this picture. So Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. There's Leo. And then you have Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. So you have at least 12 zodiac signs in this picture. Like, oh my lord, this is huge, isn't it? Yes, it is. So I'm going to read you about I want to read you this last card. But I'm going to tell you what this card means. It says, empathy. I am open to seeing both sides of a situation. That's what it means, because that's how it goes, right? Because you're seeing both sides of a situation. I'm open to seeing both sides of a situation, right? Because about this side and this side, between the left, the middle, and the right, okay? Because the Knight Cups represents romance, and you have that, right? You have that ability to understand that, right? So this is how it is. Yeah, the Ace of Swords up here because there's understanding. There's invention. Over here on the right side, you have education, truth. Basically you have the Hierophant that you had, and that would be basically guidance, right? So that's how it seems to be. Okay? And I'm going to read you this oracle card, and then I'm going to do the dice last. New beginnings. Everything in life is constantly vibrating and moving, therefore continuously changing and evolving. Beware that a new beginning is on the horizon. Have courage and faith, because right now life is trying to nudge you forward and move you in a new direction. That's what it means. So that's how it is, right? Because you have new beginnings on both sides of a situation. Okay? And dice. So let's see. Okay. So you have a 1, a 2, a 3, 2 5s, and a 6. So you have January, February, March. You have, I think it's October. Yeah, October, and you have June. Okay, so those are the months that are in here. So those are the numbers that I have. But as your astrology, as your houses, you have the first house, second house, third house, the 6th house, and the 10th house. Okay, you have those. And whatever letters that you have for your first name, it would be your first, your middle, your third, your 10th, or your 6th letter. It doesn't matter how that goes, but you can understand that, right? So this is how it seems to be, and this is how it is. So I hope that this reading helps you. Give it a like, give it a comment, and I'll see you next time. So thank you so much. Have a wonderful day, and remember that this is just an opportunity, and I hope that you can pay attention to it. So thank you so much. Have a wonderful day. See you next time. Bye for now. Really, bye.